If you've ever had multiple Excel tabs and wanted to combine them into one report or one table without copying and pasting everything together, well, this video is for you. In this workbook, I have patient data across multiple tabs. And instead of combining everything manually, I'm going to use Power Pivot and Data Model to connect everything professionally. This is one of the most powerful Excel skills for analyst, reporting, and business workflows. This workbook was actually generated from a Python automation workflow I created in a previous video. But now we have another challenge. The data exists across multiple tabs, and many people tried to solve this by manually copying and pasting everything into one giant spreadsheet. That approach becomes messy very quickly. Rows can get mismatched, formulas can break, and future updates become difficult to manage. So instead, we're going to use Power Pivot relationships. The first thing we need to do is enable Power Pivot in Excel. Click on the File menu on the top left corner. Then scrolling all the way to the bottom, click on Options. This window will pop up, Excel Options. Next on the left side, click on Add-ins. Here are your add-ins. Now here in the middle, it says Inactive Application Add-ins. If you scroll down, you will see Microsoft Pivot for Excel. Now under the type, it says COM Add-ins. So click it to highlight it. Then here under Manage Excel Add-ins, click on the drop-down and select COM Add-ins. Make sure to click on Go. COM Add-ins pop up. Now make sure you select the Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Click and check mark that and click OK. Now here at the top, you will see your Power Pivot tab. So next, before building relationships, each data set needs to become an Excel table. So in this first tab, Active Update, I want to select all and turn it into a table format. So click anywhere inside the data and then press Control-T. Then this window pops up, Create Table. Where is the data for your table? So it gives the range. So you can double check to make sure it's highlighting all of your data. You can see the green line here flashing, and it's highlighting it. Now make sure My Table Has Headers is checked, and click OK. Now next we're going to rename this table. So make sure you're under the Table Design tab. This is where you're going to name your table. So I'll click in here. I'm going to do TBL, short for table, underscore active. So this is my active updated tab. Next, I'm going to do the same thing for moved to discharge. So again, I click anywhere inside my table, do Control-T, make sure My Table Has Headers is checked, and OK. Now under my table design, I'm going to rename this one TBL underscore discharge. And I will do the same for the next 3 tabs. Naming tables properly is extremely important in larger reporting workflows. Now we need a way for Excel to recognize the same patients across multiple tabs. To do that, I'm going to be creating a patient key. So go to your Active Updated and scroll all the way to the right side. So if you're following along with the same data set, and if you analyze this using Python, you will already see a patient match key. So what I did is I got the full name and the date of birth. But if you need help doing this step, all you have to do is insert a column. Make sure you have first name, last name, and date of birth together. And we're going to call this patient key underscore key. Now in this cell, we're going to do a formula. So starting off, formulas always start off with an equal sign. Then we're going to click into the first name. We're going to do an and then double quotation, underscore, double quotation, and do another and sign. So we have first name underscore, and then now we're going to click last name, do another and, double quotation, underscore, double quotation, and do another and. Now we're going to start the process of doing a date of birth. We will type text, and I can hit tab and click date of birth, comma, double quotation. Now we want 4 Ys for year. So we're telling Excel that you want the date of birth to be a text format, and you want it to be year, month, and day. So Y for year 4 times, month, M for month 2 times, and D for days 2 times. Double quotation, close that parentheses, and enter. So now you have your unique identifier. You need to make sure to do this for every single tab if you don't already have it. You want to make sure you have a match key to match between sheets. So we did this when we automated the medical data in Python. But if you do not have a patient key, you can use this formula and make sure to do it for every single sheet. So this gives Excel a way to match the same patients while working with different tabs of data. So now we're ready to build the data model. So in case you don't know what a data model is, it's a collection of related tables. Instead of combining all the data physically into one sheet, Excel collects the tables virtually using relationships. That's why it's important to have a unique identifier on each tab to connect the relationships and combine the data into one pivot. So first thing we need to do is add the data to a data model. So in the Active Updated tab, click anywhere inside the data, then go to the Power Pivot tab and click Add Data to Data Model. You should now see, briefly, Excel processing and loading. So go ahead and X out of there. And we're going to do the same thing for the next tab. So click on Move to Discharge. Click anywhere inside where there is data and Add to Data Model. So you will see there's tabs here at the bottom being created. And then X out of there and do the next one. Add to Data Model. X out and do the next ones. So now you have all of them added into your data model. Now making sure you're in your Power Pivot tab again. This time go to Manage. Then from this window here, the Power Pivot for Excel window, click on the diagram view. Now you'll see all of your tables here. Now we can visually connect the tables together. So click on your patient match key and keep your clicker down. And now we're going to connect it to the next table, active to discharge, finding the same patient match key. And there it is. So we're going to connect those two. So now they're connected. And the same thing for each of the other tables. patient match key. I'm going to click on the discharge table, keep my clicker down, and drag and drop it into the patient match key. Now you can do it for the other tables, but in this case, I don't have a match key in these two. So all I really need to make my pivot tables is these three here. So always keep in mind that if you need certain tables, make sure they have that unique identifier. Otherwise, you can't connect them. So since I'm really using just these three tables, I will keep them like this. This relationship tells Excel how the data is connected. So now Excel understands which records belong to the same patients across multiple tabs. Now we'll start creating the pivot table. So go to Insert and click on Pivot Table and select from Data Model. So this is the important part. Instead of selecting a single table, we're using the entire workbook data model. Now we want to choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. I'm going to select New Worksheet and click OK. Now we can build reports across multiple tabs without manually combining the data. You can see all active tabs here. If you expand them, you will see each of their column names. So now you can drag and drop into a field to see a specific table. Now, for example, let's scroll down to the discharge table. And these two discharge tables, we're going to see if there's any existing discharge compared to the other discharge. So the table existing discharge, what I'm going to do is in this table, it has reason for discharge. So I want to see the reason for discharge. So I'm going to click and drag into rows. So now we have reasons for discharge. We also have some blanks here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this drop down and take off blanks. So now we have those. And now we want to compare it to the first discharge table. This table does not have a reason for discharge. So now I'm going to click on name, click and drag into rows. And then I'm going to click and drag first name again into values. So now I see that Anna has a family request discharge. Jesse has insurance needed discharge. And it goes on and on for all of those ones. And it has a total of 6. That's just one in many examples from pulling from 2 different tabs of data. So now that these tables are connected through relationships, the reporting becomes much more scalable and easier to maintain. So now that we've done this, in the next video, I'm going to use the same exact data model to build an interactive Excel healthcare dashboard with slicers, KPI cards, and charts. So if this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.